Hello, I'm Chef Matt from Kansas City's Rothleading Showroom, and today we're going to talk about the E-Series wall oven, and specifically we're going to talk about the pure convection or the convection mode, and it's going to be emphasized in the controls on the lower level of the printed out modes. It says CONV, and there's a little emblem of a fan beside that, okay? And this is a specialty mode designed to give you a very even cooking cabinet top to bottom, okay? The heat source is actually located by the fans in the back, the two dual fans. And we refer to this as pure convection. It's able to give you a complete rotation of air because the fans switch directions throughout the baking cycle. And that gives you what we refer to as that pure convection, true convection. That means that your cookies, your puffs, your things that you're going to normally have to rotate halfway through, you're not going to need to do that as much, okay? It's really nice. So now, before we talk about something, I also want to point out, if I'm going to bake off some cookies in this oven, and I'm preheating to 325 degrees, I want to make sure that I'm waiting until that oven tells me that it's at that 325 degrees. The reason why is, when I turn the oven on, everything is turned on to preheat the oven as fast as possible until that comes up, and then I'm in that pure convection mode, okay? So from there, I'm going to be able to bake off cookies and puffs and things of that sort. Now, I'm going to want to adjust the time and the temperature when I'm using convection. And there's a simple rule of thumb you want to follow of 25 degrees. So I've got a chocolate chip cookie recipe that calls for 350 degrees. I'm going to drop that to 325 degrees. And if my cookie time calls for, let's say, 12 minutes at bake, then I'm going to go ahead and set that timer for 9 minutes. I'm going to back off about 25%, okay? That's a good rule of thumb. It might take a little bit longer, but that's going to get you a lot closer. Even lowering the temperature, you're still going to be much more efficient because that air just helps cook things much quicker. Biscuits are ideal with this. Cream puffs come out beautifully in this oven. Cookies that you want some crispness on the outside, that is really nice. And as I said, because we're not using a heat source from the top to the bottom, I can load up each tray and we're gonna have an even doneness top to bottom on that oven. And something that's really awesome also is that we don't get the stinky oven syndrome with this mode, in that, you know, I can roast off some garlicky potatoes with some cream puffs. You know, I can even make some bacon for one of the courses on a sheet tray, and I'll get no crossover odors on those cream puffs as a result. So because that air movement in that cabinet is so significant, it doesn't allow the food particles to rest on each other and cross the flavors over, okay? So I hope you've enjoyed this video.